Assalamu alaikum. I hope all are staying healthy and fit. Welcome to the grand episode of All My Days with Khwaish podcast, only on Let's Chat. Every person is unique. Every person has their own different lifestyle. What is impacting us in this generation is the external factor, that is the lifestyle, the social factor, the trolling, the stress, and also so much of negative thoughts. It could sometimes lead to us in depression. It could lead also anxiety. It could lead into poor diet also. Today the topic is more about the lifestyle and mental health awareness, and we have an expert doctor from Ras Al Khaimah who will guide us and advise us how we can overcome these challenges. She will also share the youth thought and also our thought how things are changing this generation. It's my honor and my privilege to invite her on my grand episode because she is one of the persons whom I have met across who has not only guided me during my darkness but also has given so much of advices that has really changed my lifestyle. So not taking much more time, let's welcome Dr. Maria Rathna. How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing, yeah.
How is everything?
Things are great and we are here this beautiful morning.
Yeah, thank you so much once again. So what do you think when we approach you for the first grand episode of All My Days with Khwaish?
I was feeling very humble in fact. So it's been a long time being on screen because I used to dance, so I have a lot of screen presence. So this is maybe like after a couple of years. So thanks for the humble invite.
It's our pleasure. Segment number one, we would like to know about your career profile because it's been an interesting that at this sort of generation there are some personalities who not only inspire people but also help them to come out from so much of trauma. So what do you want to say about that?
So I would say that just being in a job, being in a career is not enough, We need to develop our wholesome personality. And it's a constant learning. So I still believe that I'm on a learning process, but I'm very grateful because we had very good people who had helped us to become the person I am today. And secondly, a lot of tough lessons, which is a profound wisdom that you will not repeat as a person. So a lot of learning, and of course, being in the profession that I am as a doctor, it's got to be just a part of me, just not when I wear my coat and remove it off.
In this field of the healthcare and the frontliners, it's not so easy also because you meet more than 100 patients in a day or in a month or in a week, you can say. How do you understand about their psychology factor and what makes you easier to deal with them or heal them?
Well, I am at least glad whenever people are coming out, they are seeking help. Okay. Rather than just come in for the medication and go. I feel it's not just physical healing, but also like mental healing, spiritual healing. It's a wholesome. So it's like, how we tell in medicine, right? You treat the symptoms only, it's not going to go away. You need to address the cause. So in the same manner, a lot of them say that when you just meet, talk itself, you are a good listener, that solves almost 50% of their concern. And then the rest 50% is very easy to handle.
Well said. And doctor, in the most of the cases, people are dealing with their health lifestyle issues, health concern. They are into a trauma life. Like I was also into a toxic environment, and Alhamdulillah I found you whom I shared, and it was not the medicine, it was the therapy which you gave, like understanding, counseling. So what made you to be in that role? Because normally doctors, I should not say that, but this is what happens everywhere globally. They treat the patient, they get paid, khalas. But you are beyond that. You understand the symptoms. You not only give them the medicine, but also you give them the right advice. How that made happen with you?
I would say that essence seeped into me because of some good teachers. Okay, so I would say I'm not exceptional from any kind of traumas. Even I've been through it. Okay, so just to take it as an example, was when I was back in school. I had a really good teacher who was teaching me psychology, and that was pretty much the time where I had spent by myself. Okay, me being a single child, always with my parents. Okay, that has been my whole world. I've not explored outside. Okay, but knowing my individual personality, my breakthrough was through my teacher. Okay, so she kind of tapped into my potential that I was not aware of. So I just accepted who I am rather than, you wearing a mask for somebody else. That's where my journey truly began. And after that, I just feel unstoppable.
That's amazing. That's really good to know, because things nowadays people don't speak up. They tend to keep it within themselves, and that's what building up, negativity. So what is your take on this, that whether the people should speak up, or they should keep it within themselves, or they should say what they are going through, because that's very important. That makes people relieve. What's your call on this?
So a person whom you feel you can trust, okay, whom you feel they are understanding, and whom you feel comfortable that you can open up to, is the person that you can safely open up your life to. Okay, simply in a manner of listening without judging. Okay, if the other person asks you, okay, can you advise me, can you give me a suggestion, only and only then you proceed ahead. Otherwise you just listen.
People tend to go through so much traumatized in their life, and they don't share with the family, because they think, हाँ अगर मैं ये share करूँगा तो what people will say. People should bother about this, or they should rather get the right help on the right time. Your call on this?
I would say you are having a negative impact in the family, and it's not a great environment to open up. I would first say start with yourself. Okay, because knowing yourself helps you to navigate through what you need. Yeah, so first see where do you think that you can take care of yourself, and where you need some support. So when you identify that, probably your support could be from your parents, probably your support could be from your friends, or probably you'll need a healthcare professional to take care, because you've tried these two methodologies and you're still wanting to improve. If there is a up, there has to be a down, and that is the way of nature, right?
Exactly.
So it's fine if you're not okay, and be actually okay to say that I am not okay. And when you go and open up to a person, okay, don't look for solution. Everything is a process. Yeah, so it's going to take time, because the other person might be guiding you, but probably what you need to do is follow that guidance, reach till the path. It's same like the saying, right? You can take a water to the horse, but you can't make it drink.
Exactly. Well
Okay.
said.
And relate is like, there are a couple of my friends, there are a couple of my patients who have gone through the same journey, but what I can see is that, oh my goodness, their infinite strength absolutely relied on their willpower, and they've blossomed.
That's very good to know. And sometimes we get into a people, we could say it's a challenge from the trials from the Allah Almighty, that the people gets to be better, stronger, but sometimes we tend to choose wrong person in our life. This is majority cases. Globally also have done a research that people tend to move emotionally, but they select the wrong person. So how can we know that person is right or no, or well it will happen just to us, or well it will, because after that in the end you'll get again broke hearted. So what's your call on this emotionally? What do you say?
I would say probably we land in that situation is because we are expecting something. If we don't expect, probably that will be for the best. Not necessarily everybody would be our friend, right? We have that compatibility as a good friend or a good soul partner. I mean, anything, right?
Yeah.
So that has to match. You are blessed with something called as gut instincts. Never override that. It is your already, it comes with the original masterpiece. So if your instinct says yes, carry on. Sometimes it's as simple as that. And every time you go over that gut instinct is where you get stuck. And then you walk through the journey of doubt. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? It's kind of like that. The place, your environment where you are, it matters. So make yourself a priority. We often look after others and we put them most of the times ahead of us. But it's as simple as if your glass is empty, how are you going to pour into somebody else's glass?
Exactly, well quoted, doctor.
Yeah.
And this is how I would like to say to viewers that everyone goes through these challenges. This is a common now because of our perception, our thinking, and our judgmental. It's good to be judgmental with the people, but not so much that you lose yourself in that path. So, doctors, having said that, people when they feel, some people are like there. I have seen also they do surveying a lot, googling a lot about their symptoms, and then they figured, oh, this is what I'm having. I'm going through this, and without consulting anything, they started taking so much of things which is not required. And trust me, this definitely gets a negative. Something could be positive also. So what's your call on this? Is it good to do that or no?
I would say this is my daily encounter. That's why I couldn't stop laughing the moment you asked me this question. Okay, it's like the curiosity kills the cat.
Yeah.
Okay, it's too much of information. Okay, so if there is any health concern and you feel like you want to Google your symptoms, at the end it's going to come to consult a doctor. So leave the experts to take care of you when we are there. Okay, and you're somebody that you want to try your initial treatment and then you want to come. It's fine. Not a problem. But don't overdiagnose that, oh my god, I got cold, kalas, next day I'm going to be in cloud 9. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Too much of information. So read what it is, and if you want to clear out those doubts too, you can always bring that up with the physician that you're consulting. So they'll be able to give you clarity. And all those concerns are very well taken care of when you come to somebody who knows and you discuss. And of course, I would definitely say this to anybody who would be in my part as a physician, is that we don't know everything. Okay, and I absolutely need to accept that. And if I don't know something, at least, honestly, I say that I don't know, but I can definitely check it for you. Because as I'm saying that I'm a constant learner, okay? And not just me, just because I'm a doctor, I need to study more. But I think all of us need to get that learning aspect into us. Because the moment you stop learning, you don't exist.
Exactly. So, doctor, this is the best thing you have said now that people, it's good to know about information, you know about that, because sometimes what happens, when you just do the research and all, although you don't have the symptoms and you have something else, and you say, no, this is also there, and then you will try to figure it more and more and more, and later on it gets to disaster. Sometimes it's better not to Google, not to search more, rather than get yourself into a good place. So doctor, having said that, there are so many people in this generation which stuck to that they cannot afford so many costs. When it comes to the lifestyle changes or the fitness changes, what are some of the recommendations to them? Because there are some natural ways also you can do by yourself. So what's your call on this? Like, what do you suggest on this topic?
I would say right now in this era, we are mostly in rise of lifestyle diseases, right? Any household you go, every other person might have hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol. These are the most three. And then comes the heart disease, right?
Yeah.
So these are all related to your lifestyle. So currently we have a lot of technology, a lot of advancements that also makes you lazy. I would say you are just excusing yourself from doing something that is needed. Okay, so even if you're going for a job, what, like 8 hours, 10 hours, maybe some people 12 hours, but definitely not 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
So even if you're a person who's in shift duties like physicians or nurses who are doing those extra hours, still I believe there is some way to get that 30 minutes to 45 minutes of workout into your routine. Probably it could be as counting your steps in your mobile or in your phone, okay, or probably being mindful of what you're eating, because you are what you eat. Okay, so you are eating healthy stuff, of course your body would be healthy. Eating more junk food, obviously it's going to be more junky. Okay, but as I said, you cannot be perfect, right?
Yeah.
So at least if you're aiming for 80% of good food and 20% of junk food, that is good. So your majority is healthy foods, right?
Okay.
So still, you are trying to be there, but also you can indulge in what you like. If you're just assuming that that it's okay, yaar, I'm so including salad into my diet, but I'm also eating burger.
No, that's not correct.
And it's like, that's fine. I'm eating green tea whenever I am finishing my meals. But what is your meal? Biryani. You get my point?
I'm in this feeling.
So basically, how is this fixing? It's not. It's kind of becoming a khichdi. Okay. So better, it'll be like at least track your lifestyle. So incorporate a bit of walking as a starting, and then once you feel that it's good and you've got that momentum, proceed ahead to go to a gym or to take a personal trainer whom you're accountable to, because once a personal trainer comes in and he watches out for your diet and your exercise routine, so then you are more accountable. It's not just yourself, you need to be accountable. So even you are more disciplined. Trust me, it's going to be more rewarding. Your 24 hours is very accountable. You will also be able to get better at time management. Trust me, all of us have this time management concern.
Time management. It's me. I'm the top hitlist, I think, in my life. Whenever there's a time management comes, I am never on time. Also, I do my all the best to be.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
So when we constantly put that little bit of work, so these are the things. And secondly, I would say that if you have any genetic diseases, come as early as possible for screening, okay? Because we need to prevent before it comes. So for a lot of ladies, it's like breast cancer is the number one. We have cervical cancer too. So these all have preventive measures when you come in for a screening, and that's going to help you out in later future. So you know that, okay, these are the way that I need to follow as per physician advice, and it's going to help me out. It's going to help me to even pick up early in case I come across. So you prepare, okay? And for men, it's prostate cancer, it's heart diseases. So we need to be more aware. And also mental health affects more of men too in the current trends. It's not just women who are always assumed that they are very emotional, and they have, but actually men do, and they are more in silence. They don't talk. Most of the households, they say that men don't cry, men should not say like this, they have to behave in such a manner. That's not how it's supposed to be. Even for women, I mean, it doesn't mean that women just has to, they are always in an emotional embodiment. No, there are people who are quite headstrong, and they are quite confident in what they do, and that in fact intimidates the other person regardless of gender. So appreciate that both men and women have qualities of both male and female. Your personality, how do you want to portray it yourself? Okay, but know that nobody else has the freaking right to say that you're not worthy, you're not valued, unless you give the control to the other person.
Yeah.
Ensure that this is you, and I am confident person. I have got these qualities. I want to be the best version of me, and that's it.
That's a very good take. The current which we need to know is that every person is very unique. Everyone has their own way of thinking. I know it's very hard to overcome, but then you need to overcome, because if you don't, then at the end you are leading to so much of health issues, and later on who will be suffering? It's yourself, not the other person, because other person will be living as happy as they want by torturing some other life, which is not good at all. Having said the doctor, nowadays the work culture is getting much more affected in the people's life, because everybody has to look after their families. They have their stomach to look upon, to eat, to sleep, and to relax and all. And then they work in some place which they get good paid, but the culture sometimes is very horrible. It could be because of the senior managers, it could be because of the colleagues, sometimes it could be because of XYZ factor. So how people can handle such situations, and if some toxic environment is there, they need to leave immediately because they need to get a job or they need to have a backup plan. So what's your call in this?
I would say that the reason why in very, say like a decade, okay, the work and the job trends have become very tough and toxic is because I would bluntly put it that they are not people oriented. Okay,
Yeah.
They are organization oriented, which is needed, but without an element of people, how are you going to have trustworthy and loyal people? Okay, so if you are only taking care of your organization's benefit, okay, and you are not taking care of the people who are with you, they are spending more than half their lives with you, okay, and you're not gonna take care of them. Of course, I mean, it's gonna affect in so many different levels. And pre-COVID, during COVID, post-COVID, this was one of the main concerns that I had. A lot of people coming, and then a lot of reports too, like, you know, that's when it became very vocalized about mental health. People could not live in the same house as their family members. So I would not say that work is the reason why everything has happened, but of course it contributes to a major component because they are part of our daily livelihood, right? So I would really appreciate if any organization where there is a personal touch with every person who's working in all levels is definitely going to bring in more value, okay?
Yeah.
And of course, like next is like you wanting to level up in career opportunities and you moving to different places. That's another thing to discuss, okay? And this is one of the main reasons why me as a physician, I also started my own entrepreneurship, and also me venturing out into different things that excites me, okay? Being a physician is actually my passion. I love people and I love talking to them, and if there is any way that I could help them, it's my absolute honor, because I feel this is my personal calling that God has given me, and I'm absolutely grateful for it. And that's not going to stop even when I'm going to venture out somewhere, because it's my heart, right?
Yeah.
But taking it as a job and switching off your conscience, that's not me. And I'm very vocal about it. I am a team player, but at the same time, if it's crossing the line, when needed, you should not be hesitant to open up. And you open up to the right portals, not spreading everywhere like a gossip. No, that's the wrong way. But you would directly go and speak up head on to the person who's accountable. And if that person is also not sensible enough, then you know the whole system is rigged.
Yeah.
Then you need to pick a call. Okay, do you want to stay or do you want to move? And whatever decision you're making, take it confidently and you should not regret. Trust me, you can. Okay, and the only person who is limiting your growth, your success, everything is you. Don't blame on others, because when we're talking about mental health, the vague symptoms that you start getting are like body pain, sleeplessness, gut issues, skin issues, joint pains. Okay, these are all like bodily symptoms, but trust me, the root cause is somewhere else. So know that that's a sign, it's an alarm, and take the good call. And I'm sure when you are looking up to God for guidance and you take that first decision, that's a decision. The modified, ultra modified decision is not. You're kind of being a hypocrite to yourself. So don't do that.
That's well said. So doctor, thanks for sharing all this information. I hope with this many of them will improve themselves, and many of them like us who are stuck into a toxic environment will take the initiative in the changes, because it's not about me or you, it's all about the journey which you go through.
Yes.
Having said that, Allah Almighty has given a beautiful view, beautiful nature, which you can also get positivity from it. So Dr. My question would be that, having said that, the nature, what kind of activities if we take across can lead to us a positive life and we can end this kind of negativeness?
I would say you doing a work on yourself for like at least an hour or two will actually potentiate your remaining 22 hours. Okay, so if you ask me, the first thing that you do in the morning, don't touch your phone. Okay.
Oh,
Switch
then
off.
that will be like big problem for entire global, because everyone is so
Okay, switch
addicted
off.
to the phone right now. You
I
don't
know.
need to.
So just if it's your alarm, just switch it off. Okay, but that time is important for you. Okay, spend at least 15 to 20 minutes of either doing prayer or meditation. Okay, and that initial 15 to 20 minutes, it's really going to like reset everything, right? It's the first few minutes of your new day, and you are absolutely going to look for a very grateful day ahead, and you're absolutely going to be thankful for what you have. I mean, then you're going to get more with gratitude, with prayer, and some time just for you, nobody else. Let it be in your room, let it be in your bed, let it be on the floor. Okay, take your time. So that's going to make you more organized. Your organization starts from the planner that you do the previous night. Or can I do as a personal work for my growth? Or can I do something for the organization where I work? Or can I do something on the passion that I love to do? Okay?
Yeah, that's good.
So when you do this initial like 15-20 minutes of your prayer, then the next 5 to 10 minutes of just reviewing it through, then you go ahead for your workout. Okay, if you have time. Okay. I love walking outside. I hate the treadmill for some reason. Okay, so for me, walking outside is amazing, especially in the morning. A lot of sunlight, beautiful nature. I can't say enough. Like the wind, the cloud, the sky. I mean, all of these are wakening up all your senses, right? You can feel all of that. You feel you're so thankful to God because He's created this beautiful world for you, right? If you're even scientifically seeing, or any researches if you do, as per spirituality and all, like gratitude is like one of the toppest energy level which has the most power in it. Other than that, like during my commuting to work or between different places, I love music, and music is something that makes all of your brain active, keeps you on the ground, keeps you in a good mood. Even if you're feeling a little bit down, it's fine. It always brings you up. Okay, and I enjoy my drive. That's one of my things that I like. Spend some time with Versace on a daily basis, at least around 1 to 2 hours, and she is an absolute luxurious baby. Okay, she is also throwing. The animals have different personalities too, so it's absolutely a wonder to be with my rabbit. But of course, it's not just an animal, it's a part of the family. So of course, when they say that you having a pet at home will also help you to be positive. God in the beginning, and then the others around it, not the other way around. When you flip that circle is when it gets messy.
Well said, doctor. And this is what I would say, that yeah, that's very true, because the Allah Almighty has given the blessed nature. It's all because of His creators, His creations, and that is miracles. Everything has something purpose. I know technology has impacted a lot, but still the technology will go behind the nature, because that's ultimately the circle all around. So having said that, when you have a pet at your house, when you have the view at your house or your places, this gives you positivity, and that's what I would always say, that enhance yourself rather than depending on something which will never benefit you. So thank you so much, doctor, for this, and rounding about segment number 1, that is your persona. We all human beings and we have the same body structure. Yeah, it's different for all, but the same organs and same everything is been created by Allah Almighty. We hope that lots of people will change with this, and I hope the toxicity and the negativity get ends soon. And yeah, so We'll take a short break right now and we'll move to our segment number 2, that is this and that. Welcome back after a short break. We are going to our segment number 2, that is this and that, where we will see how Dr. Maria viewpoints and people's youth viewpoints. How is your thought process, and do you relate to the people's perspective, because everyone has their own judge topics. So my first question would be, what do you think, whether the people prefer to have only the ready-made kind of lifestyle, or they put efforts to do by themselves, as a workout kind of, or you say let's have healthy lifestyle? What do you say?
Okay. For me, I think a lot of effort is needed, but most of them, they want a ready-made life.
If you think about the current situation where the people are always kind of moving towards food that is not healthy, but still they try to show off that yeah, they are doing workout, also they're reducing weight. Is it true or no?
Oh my goodness, I have a lot of friends. Oh my god. I would say there's a lot of my friends who are food bloggers and they enjoy it. So for them, they feel that yeah, I can go and eat whatever I want and I can still burn, but only in their dreams. And what I feel is enjoy it, but at the same time put your work. As I said earlier as well, you can enjoy like few days, like out of 7 days, at least 2 days.
Some people, they do, as you said, food bloggings. They show the audience this is the food and this is the so and so. So do you think they later on they really eat that food, or because they get good paid, otherwise they just branding only? What do you think of this?
I would say branding, and probably they have a good sense of taste. So main focus would be branding. But in my preference, probably the people who are genuine and authentic about food while also indulge into that passion by blogging.
Okay.
So I think branding is different from blogging, and only if you're passionate about it. Otherwise, it's a pure branding, pure business.
Okay. Well said. The parents' priority. People say that because of my work issues, I cannot meet them, or they don't call them. Some of them switch their places because of the well-paid, and after that they just go on, and the parents with a big hope that your child will return back. So what's your take that? Are they doing good impact on this, or is it that money is value to them more? What's your call on this?
Actually, it's both ways. Okay, you need to be individually responsible for yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're able to do that for your parents, I consider that a biggest honor and a blessing. Okay, but how many of them do that? We don't know. And how many of them are ready to compromise their parents for themselves? That is also something commendable. So I feel it's very individualized. But if you can take care of your parents, it's a biggest blessing. And on the parents' perspective, they should also be in a state where they can still take care of themselves. Of course, they've brought up their children. They should not expect it from the children that it should be done by them. I brought them up, they should do it for me. No, they should be dependent on their individuality. And if their children are also there as a support, it's only an added bonus here.
Well said. And other thing I would like to, I'm so curious when I ask this question to everyone, is that work culture. For example, they are getting well paid, but the environment is very toxic. And they got another opportunity, same paid, same amount, but the environment is awesome. So do they need to change, or what do you say?
I would always choose a good environment over the pay, because I feel you can make the pay through more methods, not just one. And there are many of them who are ready to compromise even their values for more money. So I would say don't lose your value for something else. Your value should be valued by the other person. That's more important.
I'm so curious when this segment comes, because this is really about youth and us. So
Yeah.
we will know how the judgmental is. My next question would be, Doctor, that people think that moving out and showing the lifestyle, portraying themselves in a good way, but ultimately they are going through some painful or negative trauma and all that. So do you think, is it a fact, is it the truth, bitter truth of the reality, or what's your call on this?
It can be both ways. Okay, so one is like somebody investing in themselves, like part of self growth, like maybe a simple grooming, or maybe getting a car, but it makes you happy. Okay, so that's fine if it makes you genuinely happy. But if you're getting it just to prove to the other person that, guess what, you told me I cannot and I got it, that is like you're kind of driven by that other person just to prove a point. But invest in something that you genuinely want now. Why to listen to another person? That is practically means the other person is controlling how you function. So as I would always say, you are your own control. It needs to be, it has to be you, not others. Don't give your remote to somebody else.
Yeah, well said. And my next question will be, when it comes to the life changes, people always prefer to leave their roots and they adapt to the other society or other culture, and they forget the morals. They forget that the fear of Allah Almighty, or you can say fear of the nature. What's your call in this? Is it the fact or the reality?
Sad reality is this. Okay, but I would say be a hybrid. Okay, you need to still nurture your values and your root, because that is going to be the base of what personality you're developing, and at the same time adapt. Otherwise, you're not going to survive. Okay, without compromising your values. So know what is your base, that no matter what, you're not going to sway away from it. So if you consider me as an example, I'm from South India. Okay, and my faith and my family. Okay, so I might be a very modern person, but I still have my tradition and culture that is followed in my house by my grandparents, very modernized. I've grown up elsewhere. I have that open mindset. So it'll be good if we can do the same.
Thank you so much, and I hope all the viewers of All My Days with Khwahish has loved this segment, because this is all about connecting your and our, this and that, because this is very important to know what the society thinks. Majority maybe will be not right, but I'm sure that it is correct, because I can go through and read it all. So with that note, we are taking a short break and we are moving to our segment number 3, that's Rapid Fire, which is one of my favorite segments. Welcome back after a short break. Segment number 3, that is Rapid Fire. Are you excited, Doctor?
Oh my God, yes.
Doctor, Rapid Fire will be like, you have to answer very fast, and if you do answer very fast, you will get a customized hamper. Okay, so Doctor, the first question is, what's your first job?
I was a dancer.
Okay. Who do you text more?
My best friend.
Okay. What's your go pastime?
Music and long drive.
Okay. Where did you go for your last vacation?
I went to Thailand.
Okay. Oh, how was it?
It was amazing.
Okay, what's the thing that your parents have taught you and still you follow and you just go through it?
Saturdays and Tuesdays are my fasting days, where I abstain from all the meat.
Okay. Describe your style in one word.
Absolutely wow.
Wow, that's good. What was the thing that you were afraid during your child?
Depth in sea water.
Okay. What's your hidden talent that nobody knows?
Making greeting cards.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, complete this phrase and finish this phrase. The way to my heart is...
Kind small gestures.
I thought you'd say the food of child. Have you wear socks with the sandals?
No.
Should try one. It will look fine. Okay. Quickly, work or play?
Play.
Love or friendship?
Friendship.
Money or happiness?
Happiness.
Summer or winter?
Oh, summer.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like summer. I like spring kind of. What motivates you the most?
Motivates me the most? Surgery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I cannot. This is different. What you want the life to be like? Any special thing which you have missed from this life?
My life to be more free and do what I want.
That's well said. How do you cope up with the challenges and hardship?
Be like a warrior.
Okay. Do you believe in second chance?
In?
Second chance?
Yes.
Okay. The last but not the least, and the end of our rapid fire. What is some of the kindest advice you have received from your patients or your circle?
With full of trust and love when they come back and they say that I'm better, probably that is the day that I can sleep better.
Okay. Now quickly, you need to take out your phone and you need to call at least 3% of your circle and say that, hey, I'm in podcast. So say hi to my viewers.
Okay, right now.
So the time start is 10, 9,
Okay.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, now.
Hello. Hey, I'm in the podcast. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Okay,
Second. Okay.
You have only more 20 seconds to go.
Oh my goodness. This is so rapid.
12 seconds to go.
Oh my god.
One more.
Today. Oh no. Today guys, today. Okay, fine.
Okay, we'll give more 10 seconds.
Okay. Oh my god. Where's my list?
This is what happens when all these are in a rapid fire.
Okay, my dad. அப்பா பாட்காஸ்ட்ல இருக்கேன் ஹாய் சொல்லுங்க
Hi, thank you so much, sir. And the last one, huh? Extra 5 minutes to keep.
Okay.
One more.
Oh my goodness. What's it now? Good guys.
Unfortunately, the time is over.
Oh
It's not an
no.
issue. She has done a great job. Still, she deserves to get the hamper. Short break, and we are in conversation with Dr. Maria. Currently, we are in Shai Al-Modi Cafe of Safema. I hope you guys come and have the food over here. So, Doctor, my last of this segment would be, what's your khwahish that you want as soon as it's got to be fulfilled? And how's experience being the first podcast ever in the UAE is? Oh my days, it's khwahish.
Okay.
Be honest.
Okay, so you ask what's my wish. I would say my dream is to be a missionary doctor. So I'm venturing out to it. So may God help me with it. Inshallah. And secondly, this is my first experience with my friend being on the podcast with me because we usually chit chat a lot. But it was amazing because it's a very wholesome concept that he has brought into the light, and I'm absolutely honored and privileged to be with him. And thank you for giving me this chance.
Oh, you're most welcome. And here, some chocolate application and for the lovely. I hope you will love it. And this is customized. And if you want to have more of their fitness, do watch. Visit them. They have a great collection. So this is some Till then, we are signing out once again. Ending this episode 1, we would say that everyone has their own choice of thinking. only the what matters is how you put across. Make sure that you don't affect somebody's life just because it is in a position. It doesn't mean that you play around, because at the end karma is there, and not here, but you will face the life after the death. Definitely the judgment will be happen, and that time no one can help you out. So always be true yourself, be loyal to yourself. That's what we need. If this is here, everything is on your favor. So take that note, always be there, support us, and do share and follow us on our Instagram and YouTube and TikTok, and we hope you love this episode.
Thank you.